I've been doing these Facebook science videos for about 6 months now, and I'm still absolutely staggered about the sheer amount of rubbish on the internet. Yes, you are correct. This is another example of the weird and wacky world of Facebook science. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, I absolutely implore you to go and check out my running channel, Run Man Dan. Original, I know. Earlier this month, I completed the Pilgrim Challenge, a 104 kilometre, 2-day ultra event on the North Downs Way in southern England. Legs are hurting now, but the worst thing is I'm so hungry. I ate a few bits at the checkpoint, hopefully give it 10 minutes. I feel better, but we're in the end game now. The video for that event is here, or you can click the link in the description. Please do check it out because I suffered. Right, moving on from all of that, we once again check out another episode of Facebook Science, highlighting the absolutely absurd pseudoscience that we find on social media in an attempt to limit its authenticity. And we start with this little beauty. Meet the LifeTune device. Reduce the harmful effects of EMF with our LifeTune devices that use patented nanotechnology. Start living a more mindful and healthy digital lifestyle. LifeTune Pet. Protect your pet from EMF. Patented nanotechnology is very vague, isn't it? But what I want to know is, what about us humans? Are we not important enough to protect? Of course, the EMF that this advert mentions is relatively harmless. And as a recent new dog owner, his name is Dougie and he's awesome, I have to admit that this is a pseudoscience that can hit the heart of pet owners everywhere. A devilish tactic indeed. Moving on. Okay, so we can pick up radio frequencies from 1,500 light years away, but you think they can't read the frequency inside your head? Yeah. Well, maybe that's because our head doesn't produce radio frequencies. Now, it does produce brainwaves in the form of electrical pulses in the brain, but these cannot be read in the manner that you're inferring here. Next up, what have we got? I did a water fast for 9 days until my teeth started to loosen. I had the clearest skin but no energy. I was trying to get rid of Morgellons wine spit test. Fast was with Eartha Academy Hawaii. What finally got rid of Morgellons was Bravo yogurt. Okay, so first up, I call BS. There's no way that this person went without water straight for 9 days. Unless, of course, they were drinking other things which probably contained water. And Bravo yogurt? Who would have thought? Utter nonsense. Next, please. A child can be born older than both parents. Not in age, but in frequency and vibration. Older generally means greater in years. How can you be older in frequency? You can be higher in frequency, but not older. Very odd post indeed. And of course, absolute hogwash. Next, please. Universe is infinite. The 5 basic elements, space, air, fire, water, and matter combined magic is universe, yet it is purposeful action. The purpose for this universe is to live and to live with happiness. The space is the key for the existence of everything. Everything exists in space. The first ever visible element in the universe is fire. Fire brought light, heat, electricity, energy, and visibility. Without fire, nothing can be seen or felt. Fire is the burning state of air. Well, what do we have here? I'm not really sure what this person is gibbering on about, but I'm fairly sure they don't have the best grasp on cosmology. Let's move on quickly, please. At this point, I feel we deserve a reset or mudflood. Society is so backwards, so much corruption and greed. Maybe this is just inevitable with humans and the reset/mudfloods are just a natural cycle to get us back on track. Or, and bear with me here, or the mudflood is total nonsense and nothing is ever reset, it just evolves and grows. Think about that one. Moving on. Hello everyone. I've been taking urine for a month now to treat my severe allergies and ulcers, but now my stomach is really in a mess and I feel sick every day. I kind of worry if it is the toxicity from the urine. Can I just take a break or just quit for a moment to get back to normal? I would quit for good, matey. Seriously, why do people insist on carrying on with this urine therapy? And look at the commenter. When a wound is in the last stages of healing, it's very painful. Continue, dear. You may limit on volume you take per day, maybe. No, it's not. It's painful when you first get the wound. Dear, oh dear, what are these people talking about, honestly? Next, please. And what exactly have masking and vaccines done to stop the spread of said virus? And spare me with the, well, it keeps you out of hospital jargon. Maybe you should just go into hiding if you're still afraid. But the data is clear. If you have been vaccinated, you are vastly less likely to need hospitalisation if you catch the virus. And let's be frank here. Vaccinations don't necessarily stop the spread of the virus, but masks surely do help. They reduce the risk, and surely any reduction in risk, no matter how small, is a good thing. Next up, please. Woman in coma gives birth, and now police want DNA from male workers at healthcare facility. I don't think DNA tests should be done. Let's receive it as a miracle, like we have the Virgin Mary's birth. Or is man too intelligent to ever believe in something so extraordinary that new life somehow produced itself while this woman was in a coma? Perhaps she had a dream of having a sexual encounter with her husband that her body thought it real enough to produce a pregnancy, or perhaps... How naive is the person making this comment here? I know you want to think the best of people, I know you do, but honestly there is genuinely no way that this lady could have conceived without sperm. Now, don't get me wrong here, virgin births in nature and in the laboratory are common, but not here. Total rubbish again, I'm afraid. Next please. mRNA is stored in the balls. The mRNA vaccine causes infertility in men. It pools in your testes. I'm sure I'll get blocked for this thread, but if one person reads this and avoids this stuff, I've saved a life. The threat is real. The people pushing this are monsters. The mRNA vaccine pools in your testes. How? How does it get there? And why specifically the testes? Why not the toes? I'm sure they would struggle to answer these questions. And of course, there is no evidence to suggest that the mRNA vaccines cause infertility. Moving on, does anyone know if anyone has determined if the jab is affecting blood alcohol content for people charged with DWI? It is an interesting question to ponder, considering the changes we have seen in the blood. A single dose of mRNA vaccine is 0.3 millilitres. The levels of alcohol in the blood required to be over the limit here in the UK is 80 milligrams per 100 millilitres of blood volume. So even if that dose was pure alcohol, it wouldn't be enough to put you over the limit. Next please. I've noticed this, and I can't be the only one. The vaxxed smell different. They have a off, almost metallic smell coming from them. A metallic smell? What are you, a dog? You can detect this? Please be quiet. Dear oh dear. Moving on please. What the effing hell? Why is bearskin condoms a thing? Why would you want a condom made out of bearskin? Isn't that mother effing animal cruelty? I have been informed that it is bearskin condoms. I am so sorry. I mean, how can you get this so wrong? I must admit, I put this one in for the amusement factor. Interestingly, I can't quite believe that they thought that actual condoms were made from real bearskin in the first place. Wow. Moving on quickly please. Flat Earth check? You're welcome. Brilliant. Sharing photos of the horizon from the beach, and that's a flat earth check, is it? As I've said many times before, the earth is not the size of a beach ball. You're not going to detect any left or right curve from ground level. Moving on, another interesting one. OMG, I would also rather let my baby eat dog food off the floor, which he's done a few times, than use soap on him. There is just not need for it unless there is a true need for it. All this. My son is nearly 2 years, never soap or lotion. Lots of dog licks and food though. I mean, right. I spray breast milk on everything. Hair, cuts, the dog's face. I healed my dog's eyeball cancer with my breast milk. They wanted to cut it out. I said no and sprayed it for weeks. Totally healed it. I have pics. So breast milk cured your dog's cancer. Don't want to be rude, but was it cancer though? And by the way, you let your baby eat dog food off the floor. Wonderful. What's so bad about soap anyway? Next please. Georgia residents only. I got a call from the public health department about having my almost 3-month-old hearing tested. Why do they have to get it done by month 3? What will happen if I don't? My other friend said yes, she did get it done whenever they called her. I don't feel comfortable laying like that, but don't see a point in getting that done since I don't co-parent with the government. Co-parent with the government? That's not how it works. I'm pretty sure these sorts of things are standard so that they can pick up any hearing abnormalities from an early age and then they can do something about it. I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to get that checked. Another example of just how dangerous it is to be anti-government all the time. Moving on, apes are a hoax. It's a human in a rubbery costume with some hairs on it. If you research in the past, they had much worse looking apes. If it's small, they might use midgets. A lot of Masonic scum in the comments, including here, know about it mocking these people who do not know. They just get off being on a secret. It's just a big joke, evolution missing link that they needed to fill. Sloths, pandas, penguins, great white sharks are an example of fully hoaxed, non-existent, animatronic/aquatronic or CGI animals. Hans, is that you? But seriously, to think that sloths, pandas, penguins and great white sharks are all hoaxes, then I'm afraid there's no helping you. I've seen a sloth and a penguin in real life, so Moving on, we have our penultimate post. Instead of guessing and hypothesising, why not ask NASA for a live video of Earth spinning at 1,000 miles per hour while the galaxy expands? Gravity? So what happened to the scientific method? Why do you think a live video is not shown of Earth? Are people going to be shocked at how flat it actually is? Goodbye, Copernicus. A live video of Earth. Like that, you mean? Goodbye, Copernicus, indeed. As usual with flat earthers, they let their unbelievable confidence get the better of them. And finally today we have this. People cover sneezing because of snot and spit flying out of their mouths, not because of virus spread, lol. If only they actually knew enough to understand why this is a totally hilarious statement. Hey genius, where do you think the virus is contained? Have a think about that one. What the actual... Well, there we go. Another amusing look at the world of Facebook science. What an absolute classic that was. Thank you so much for joining me. It really is appreciated. If you enjoyed it today, then please do hit the like button. And if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing as well. There's a buttload more videos on Facebook science, as well as loads of other conspiracy theories. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great week, and I'll see you all on Friday for a very, very special look at one of Santos Bonucci's lectures. See you then.